Today on your Blazer Sports Report, we will learn more about Blazer softball pitcher Samantha Richards. We sent two of our reporting teams out to learn more about different parts of Samantha's game.
Then, we will learn more about another softball player's journey to VSU. And finally, we will speak with the captain of the men's rugby team.
Your Blazer Sports Report starts now. Welcome to Blazer Sports Report. I'm Taylor Lewis.
And I'm Deandra Jacobs. Last week, Samantha Richards' dominant performance led to the Blazers' victory over Lee with a final score of 3-0. In 5 innings, Richards reckoned 6 strikeouts and 3 hits for 1 run. Here's Dylan with more.
Coming off back-to-back Pitcher of the Year awards, Samantha Richards is looking to continue her dominance as the best pitcher in the conference. A main contributor to the success of VSU softball has been pitching ace Samantha Richards. She currently holds a 2.1 ERA and a 20-win, 2-loss record. With Richards leading the GSE in strikeouts this season, I asked how she approached each game.
Every year is the same goal for me, come out, do my job, whether it is keeping us in the game, getting ground balls, pop flies, or, keeping the runners off as best as my abilities, whether it's a strikeout, pop fly, or ground ball.
The team is currently 26-5 overall, with a 14-2 record in conference play.
We have 3 seniors this year, me, Taylor Lewis, Taylor Massera, so we want to make it all the way. We had the chance to do it last year, and we went the previous year, so all 3 of us have had that little taste of nationals.
Richards and the Blazers are looking to finish off hot in the regular season to bring that momentum into the postseason. For your Blazer Sports Report, this is Dylan Stanley.
Thanks, Dylan. This weekend's games will be the final opportunity to see the Blazers at home before they return to Steele's Diamond on April 29th to face West Florida.
Now let's take an in-depth look at how Samantha Richards has been working on her pitching technique. She joined the Blazers in 2019 after earning a spot on the All-Region 4 years in a row while attending Chattahoochee High School in Tennessee. This week, I went out to Steele's Diamond to learn more about how her execution in games starts with her preparation at practice.
As Valdosta State softball season is underway, we catch up with pitcher and 2-time All-American Samantha Richards as she reflects on how the season is coming this far.
In order for Sam to compete with batters, she gets most of her work done in the bullpen.
Taking ground balls, pop flies, working on coverages, doing every little thing that we can to help out the pitching staff along with me and the other ones that do throw. And it is helping a lot, so we're excited.
As a pitcher, you have to be able to compete with batters, and the bullpen is where Sam gets her work done.
For me, since this is like their 3rd year or so seeing me, I worked more on spinning and then keeping my speed up as long as possible throughout a game, compared to drop into like 63, I want to say more around 65, and just make sure my spin's tight and everything's breaking and whatnot.
We look forward to seeing Samantha Richards continue to make great strides in her 5th year. Be sure to come out to Steele's Diamond and support the Blazers. For your Blazer Sports Report, I'm Taylor Lewis.
Thank you, Samantha, for taking the time to speak with us. Make sure to go out to Steele's Diamond this weekend to support the team.
Taylor Lewis has continued to rise above expectations on her softball journey. She is now a staple of the VSU softball team and started 50 of 51 games last season. We went out to the field to learn more about what brought her to Valdosta State.
Taylor Lewis has continued to rise above expectations in her softball journey as she has now become a staple in VSU softball. Taylor Lewis has had a plethora of changes and roadblocks in her course to Valdosta State, but she calls VSU home.
When I first arrived, they made me very well aware that we practice here and we work hard, and the atmosphere was always good, warm, and welcoming. They never made me feel out of place. I played at 2 other schools, so I'm used to having to bounce around, and this was the best team that made me feel like home.
Lewis also tells us about how she did not let her early failures determine her future.
With our coaching staff, they always drill in us that the harder you are, the better you will prepare. Because, of course, you're going to have bad days, and they always drill that it is not the end.
Lewis also associates her personality with her game on the field.
I think that, and my teammates can relate, that I just go out there and have a good day. I laugh, I talk to the other teams, I'll crack a joke here and there. I talk to myself a lot. I always, when I'm out there on the clay, I just think, how am I going to make this out? And then I'll think about what am I eating for dinner. So that's just how I do all the time. So everybody will tell you I'm the funniest person on the field, and I'm the first one to get serious whenever it comes to gameplay.
For your Blazer Sports Report, I'm Cameron Sanders.
Thanks, Cameron. We look forward to seeing what Taylor and the rest of the Blazers will achieve this season.
Tyler Pierce came to Valdosta State with the goal of playing on the gridiron. He found a new home on the pitch with men's rugby shortly after arrival and has been on the team for 3 years and was recently named team captain. Blazer Sports reporter Donovan Larkins met with Tyler to discuss the team's future and his own start with the team.
With rugby being such a unique and intricate sport, we decided to have a chat with player and club president Tyler Pierce about what makes rugby so unique and what got him into it.
As the senior member with over 3 years of experience and his position as club president, Tyler gave insight into how he began his time with the team.
So I originally came here to play football for Valdosta State, and then I hurt my neck, and so basically just got cut pretty early on.
After an injury like that, we asked Tyler what kept him interested in rugby.
Honestly, whenever I met the guys and they were so receptive to me, I messed up a couple times and they didn't really care. They said next play on. I got kicked in the face against Georgia Tech, and I kind of just sat up and was like, oh man, this is the coolest thing ever. And so I've kind of been back ever since.
Even with all of that, Tyler still continued to stick with the team. But how has his position with the team grown over the years?
Right before COVID, I was just the treasurer. We didn't really have any money at the time, so it was kind of easy to be a treasurer when you had no money. And then right after COVID, I was kind of thrusted into president, and I've been ever since COVID. So it's drastically been more and more of on my plate, but I mean, I indulge it.
With humble beginnings, Tyler is hopeful for the team's future as a leading sport at Valdosta State.
I've had people on the football team that have come out here and played like a semester or two, being like, dude, I wish I was back on that rugby field. That was the best time I ever had playing a sport. And I just love that it's growing, and I just love that, you know, more people are going to be able to experience it, even if you're athletic or not.
With the team headed straight towards the tournament in Tuscaloosa this weekend, we hope success for this Blazer Sports team for the foreseeable future. I'm Donovan Larkins, and this has been your Blazer Sports Report.
Thanks, Donovan. We look forward to exciting news following the tournament. Well, that's it for today's Blazer Sports Report. I'm Taylor Lewis.
And I'm Deandra Jacobs. Tune in next week for a new show, Blazer Nation.